Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Street is Watching. This is my editorial. From DJ Slim. This editorial is probably brought to you by 3ws.mybet.africa. And also probably brought to you by Aqua Blue Mineral Water. Madika Akacho se open papa there has to be Aqua Blue Mineral Water. There's no place with Aqua Blue Mineral Water. Obeka seja ko no me wenya ni ye. Be bia be no bia betene det. Aisa tajino. Onuma obe Philippa in a more professional and digital way. Of course, if you're sending money from Yankee to Ghana, make sure you use Jupay, Jupay. That's the app. Download it on your phone and use my promo code DJ Slim. I beg, write them together so that you get $10 discount on all your transactions. Well, in this editorial, Stonebwoy is trending, and we're about to let you know the reason why our boy is trendy. Me tell you about me sanini nyine go na fi ya hear script nim yetutu mu nyina asre eni abasa. Enko gina here.
You don't know these streets like we do.
So welcome back. Now Stonebwoy is trending for reason B. Who said as big as Stonebwoy is, this shouldn't be a way to enter the trend. Now there's a started with an article from the Grammy written by one individual Ghanaian by the name Nana Kojomula, an article on the 10 essential artists to Ghana's hip life. That is the article. The article here, 10 artists essential to Ghanaian hip life. The article talks about Reggie Rockstone, Sarkodie, Miss Bell, and more. Now, and more, no. And more, no. I think I posted a screenshot kakrebi. So the article starts with YouTube links to Reggie Rockstone, Lord Kenya, Obrafour, VIP, Tiny, Miss Bell, Sarkodie, Asaka Boys, Black Sheriff, and Kimpaluta. So article ni detail, I think it's talking about generations upon generations in the hip life trajectory. Into hip life reign, no, and I say hip life line, also no. Yeah, be an artist that will influence his sound. And of course, you can't talk about hip life and not talk about the godfather or the founding father, yeah, Reggie Rockstone, to leading. Lord Kenya also influenced hip life to a certain extent, bringing some form of energy, tree dynamics, no, they prefer more any style of rhyming, any other. Lord Kenya also changed the sound of hip life a little bit into Onubemu. Well, massive change happened during the Obrafour era, Obrafour Hammer era. So Obrafour is also in there. VIP took it to the whole international level by crossing borders into Nigeria and other neighboring African countries. And of course, even internationally, you can't Yankee, America and other parts of Europe, VIP took the sound there. Tiny also contributed it by making sure that not hip life and yet dominated by a tree language in Kwantu. And also the Ebemu, Ebechinji, Epushi, a certain agenda, and also worked for Tiny and the movement. Miss Bell also brought a certain dance feel to it. So you realize that Miss Bell, more time, there was the GQ, that was the GQ era. It also influenced a whole new sound that came with it. Sarkodie came through and the sound changed totally. Hip life sound changed totally. Afi rhyme schemes, punchlines, metaphors, now it was quite different from whatever had happened. Asaka Boys, I mean, the least said about them, the better. I mean, they also brought a whole new powerful movement, so very infectious. It caught international attention because they picked the definition of hip life itself is hip hop immersed or mixed with local rhythms. And Asaka Boys did justice to that. Check all their songs. The drill sound, but they also modernize it and have a touch of, the traditional ensembles in there. At the end of the day, I mean, talk about Black Sheriff, the contribution to hip life as well. And of course, the latest sensation in town, Kimpaluta. So this is the article that was documented by the Grammy. Omuchema, 10 essential artists hip life by, Omupushi. Now, assembly no, Stonebwoy Bemu is one part of it that I think Minyesho say Stonebwoy and Nijihu because of the rivalry that exists between quote and unquote that exists between Samini. I mean, in recent times, some people among for person muchim say ono and the godfather no omuntiasi like omuntiasi trapa. Let me put it that way. Like they are not on cool terms. And also the rivalry with Shatta Wale and Shatta and Samini have been put in the document. In fact, document now the article now a dabontino. Shatta and Samini, they've been mentioned in there. Now, this is the paragraph that many are saying, say, Kosu Stonebwoy pain. The paragraph reads, as a movement and culture, hip life is also an identity created to encourage people to be daring in their exploration of sound. Pioneering hip life artists like Root Eye, Samini, and Shatawale, then known as Bandana, fused dancehall and high life in the early 2000s to make music which could connect with local audiences. That is where me amanfo bebre enye menkwa amanfo bebre hu ne say Stonebwoy also feels that if we are talking once dancehall is being mentioned in there, merging dancehall and high life rhythm, he needs to be in there. Until or reply the Recording Academy. Now say no the reply no or say whoever wrote this article is interestingly missing the name Stonebwoy. And I'll mention at the Recording Academy, do due diligence before you publish half those articles aiming to capture the true image of the state of the Ghanaian sound. And he posts or no a screenshot of Saadiana with the person who wrote the article Nana Kujumulano plus or no certificate mu say when ya presence on the Grammy stage by featuring on the song with Morgan Heritage. Or person this shame say or no he's risen through the ranks from Ghana music. He needs to be there. Now, and so wow, the conversation goes on to the extent that he replied one journalist, Olele, and the bottom of the issue, the bottom of the issue is that Stonebwoy is saying anything with respect to Ghana music, his name should be in there. He believes he is entitled also ra sa category. Bia say nyomon kwa dia e was a boni dinwo category BM. This leaves a lot. Oh man. The entire me home say, I mean, yes, even in the law court, also be on time committed bonnet and on committed crime or committed crime, how any dealing a little bit different. But dear Stonebwoy, let me just say this to you. I think this I'm tempted to believe say and you open our access to account, no, and you open our access to account because the Stonebwoy that I know would never put a tweet like that out and a post like that on Facebook. I'm not sure. Because this is very, very off the record, especially looking at the longevity of these two artists. Me dream say enuntine a trigger because the Samini and Shatta era, Shatta has transformed from Bandana to Shatawale. But Yamfan even the Bandana days, he has a solid album. No problem, album no. Cassette side A, side B, a solid album. A hip life. Amanfu unya suntio na Bandana wasanabo. No problem. Ibi so yo. Somebody be no problem. Ibi so. So yeah, Charlie. Same cassette no so na a track back with also. There was another song on that cassette. No problem, sa cassette now, so no kaime. Oh, no. Bandana from Gamoko, Africa. Yo. Stone. Oh there. Many Shatta Phantom chain. My member Samini. So Samini had albums. And a pure hip life. Features that were purely hip life. Before even mixing the dancehall with it, they were rapping. Shatta was fully rapping. Bandana days, he was fully rapping before Ansan or the Jamaican vibes and the later on. He was fully rapping and mixing it, doing a proper. So if his name, I'm tempted to believe, say, because the rivalry there, it works for the two of you. Rivalry between the two of you and Nina Eboa Stone, Eboa Shatta so. So say no pantia. No, Stone. Wait there. Ifo. When enter ye. Crack. Because the thing, the article itself is saying a hip life. And Stonebwoy, to the best of my knowledge, hip life regime no unim. If it's dancehall and they don't mention you, if it's reggae dancehall, if it's Afro beat and they don't mention you, me babe kwama. Me babe kwama. Because you've contributed to a genre of music that needs, you need the applause for that. But hip life, Miss Sro, if we unni ho, on kahon. If it was general music, if they were talking about music and music development, anyhow, Ghana music, etimi grow from, and they are doing a list and they don't add you, me babe kwama. But if they pick one aspect of our music, of which you know, if you know in your heart, say on kahon, you know, say on kahon. And until that, some of the tweets that I saw flying on social media, right? There was one account, and I side with him. Angel Torpedo, say I still believe Stonebwoy has another admin to his page. I can't believe he would do this to himself. Definitely. Misu Minjindi. Minjindi says Stonebwoy be a sad way to himself. Whoever is handling the account, we need to bring that person to the forefront. And if it's truly Stonebwoy who is handling this, in fact, Stonebwoy. Now, Olele, a reply, no. When this same thing, when this thing started, Omuvu to Olele to express his dissatisfaction, say, Olele started a conversation. Sa conversation, I mean, they should have a discerning one about it and then look at it holistically. That is where he believes that anything music, he should come in. Now, Olele is saying, no. If where I had to mention you, I did by quoting your tweet. The rest is obviously side commentary. There is no way the collective sound of Ghana music can be written without you. Exactly like I said. Because of your contribution, especially in reggae and dancehall, that's your office. This convo, however, is about hip life and not even high life, which Afrobeat is a child or a product of. About the honorable mentions, with the exemption of a few names in your list, the rest were mentioned. VVIP was mentioned, Lord Kenya, Obrafour, Kwakese, they were all recognized. I agree with you that a lot more names could have been added. But like I said in my previous tweet, there's only much an article can take themed 10 artists essential to Ghanaian hip life, not the Ghanaian sound. However, every era had a face in hip life. Those faces were duly recognized in their respective eras in the article. The exemption of some of the names do not posit the article as half those at all. This is where I don't agree with you on your position. And I, of course, definitely. Because names be oha, ubetimaka say, I don't know Mambuwe. But at the end say, 10. 10. The entire, the otro article, ne can 10. Opeso chemu say, era bia, any do your influence. Era bia, any do your influence. And it's true, the Asaka era influenced the Blacko type of sound, of which Blacko type of sound also influence a different type of generation. So if I want to talk about how I say hip life, and they did not mention Continue, because the Continue typical type of sound was also under the Miss Bell genre. Unse sa Koloma she dance no also kai me kakra Jama school Jama level no, it was under that. So they mentioned one main artist in there, and then that is what the article says. Oh, main artist Bako Hasi. Not say or not yet big amongst them all. But opeso chese sound and this sound or ha journey no sound and this sound or ha. That is what the article says. But definitely an article written by a human being. Who's waiting much Ruby. Now so the aqua to say if you don't agree. But for now, this is my 2 cents on Stonebwoy rants with the Grammys. I'm highly disappointed. If this one truly came from Stonebwoy, I'm highly disappointed, and I don't agree to the claim to be in a hip life article. If it's Ghana music, if it's Ghana sound, and they don't put him there, yes, I side with him. But wait there, if it is not in your place, this is not your office. I beg, leave and close the door.
You don't know these streets like we do.
We